Jakey,
Hello.
you need to sit up during the show, honey.
I do?
Yes, that does not look good.
No
They will see you. It's unprofessional for everyone in this room.
one can see me.
I can see you.
No, you can't.
I can see your feet when you sit.
Excited.
No, it's just the thing. If everyone has to sit up, you have to sit up too.
To show him about Brian Campbell's Brooks on his feet, jumping up and down.
Our place, where we can dream and share it. Our place, you'll find a friend to care.
It's us. We are your friend who cares. There are several of us. I'm Louise Palanker, your lovely and captivating host. We're adjusting cameras, making last-minute changes to serve you better. We have Sio, we have Kimute, we have Ryan, Olivia, Rory, Maddie. I know all their names. Jake is in the control booth. I made him sit up because I'm his aunt and I get to say things like that. Other people, he would just be like, no, I'm laying down. But for me, he sits up. And he adjusts cameras, and he's back, and he's forth. He's quite an amazing guy. Justin is in the booth today. Howard is here on deck. Trish and I think Jolene is actually in Australia. And Trish is in Hawaii, so we are circumnavigating the globe. We have shout-outs, Maddie, Ryan. Who took care of shout-outs today?
I will do that. Sorry, I wasn't prepared. My bad. I did them,
All right.
but I'm not. I should have been more on top
Talk
of that.
amongst yourselves. I like your T-shirt, Kiyomute. It's super Obama.
Thank you.
I
Right?
thought you were about to like my T-shirt.
I got
I like
it today
You got it today?
from my brother.
It's
He
excellent.
decided that he didn't want it because he doesn't like wearing political things.
Oh, do you think that President Obama knows that shirt exists?
He probably has known, but I don't think he keeps it on mind.
I wonder about things
I don't
like that
think it's
sometimes. Are you
important.
ready, Ryan?
Well, service decided to not load. Here it goes. Now we're loading chat and other.
So it's service's fault.
Oh,
It
yeah,
is.
it's service's fault.
Chat headquarters.
Everyone
It's always never my fault.
So you know what Maddie did
It's
one
always
week?
never.
One week, Maddie took the shout-outs and pasted them into notes.
Oh my god.
wanna know
But
why?
then you have to keep pasting over and over.
No, she did it like moments before the show, as if this is going to be the shout-outs, and we're done.
Oh, sweet. We got 16 replies today.
All right, let's hear them.
Big, all right. So, we have Kay, I Heart You, Laura Lee, Proud Owl Citizen, Kate TW, Miss Jordan Chris Culfer, I Heart You Again, Girl Lover 09, Sports Rule, Sexy, GK Girl 14, California Ponies 123, and Olivia, Pie Face, and Amagus, Cats, and yeah.
Okay, that's good. We let someone have the username sexy?
Apparently so.
Oh, boy. Okay, that'll
I
be
don't
looked
revise
into.
these. I just
Does anyone have anything, any announcements, any, I know that a lot of excitement has been had. Sio came back from her college crawl.
No.
What?
It's her birthday.
And it's her birthday! Happy birthday,
happy
Siamara!
birthday to you.
Okay, that's all that's necessary.
Thank you.
One stanza. So happy birthday. So you're turning 18?
Yep.
Yay! And you got Nutella for your birthday?
Yeah, I
Who,
did.
who gave you Nutella?
Kim was
Aw, because he cares.
there. Yeah.
Yay. Deliciousness. Well, happy birthday. So you're looking at schools that are specifically for writers?
Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm. And have you narrowed it down?
Probably, yeah. Ursinus in Philadelphia, Agnes Scott in Atlanta, Georgia, Leslie near Boston, and no, that's it.
That's it. I feel like there's just these girls that have named colleges after themselves. And they want to see their name on a lot of T-shirts. So
Do you have a first choice of those?
My first choice is probably Ursinus, but I probably won't go there, so I'll probably go to Agnes Scott, which is really cool, too.
Agnes Scott. Was Agnes Scott an actual person?
At some point.
Mm-hmm. Let's learn all about her. Find some scandals in her past and surface them.
Okay,
All right, so let's head
do
into
that.
questions. And
She probably killed Scotty dogs.
all right, who else has a birthday? Because you're not on mic, Howard, in case you haven't noticed that. Oh, Olivia? Olivia? See, okay, let's... People that have mics talk. Whose birthday is it?
My birthday is Sunday.
Woo, Ryan!
It's not Sunday. It's in July.
Oh, all right.
Sorry. I don't know.
We've got a lot of show to do, so let's stay on topic.
My birthday's actually on Thursday, and so
So
is
is mine.
Keo's.
Keo and Olivia and Sio all have birthdays?
In the same week.
Hoorah!
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Birthday buddies. That is so awesome.
Yeah.
All
You've
right,
known
so
me
we're-
for 18 years.
We're going to jump into questions. This one is from Anonymous, and I'm going to open with it and it's specifically for you to answer, Keo, because this person wrote me like I would know. Which was kind of adorable. But and then at first I wrote, I don't know anything about hair, and it's just funny that people think I'm a magic 8-ball. Like, well, you can ask her about recipes and hairdos, and and she.
Something out of the darkness.
Yeah. What do you do if you find a lizard in your crawl space? Like, I don't. Yeah. So the question is, I've had dreadlocks for about a year now, and I keep seeing stories of thinning and hair loss. I retwist usually every 2 weeks, as that is what was advised. My retwist usually lasts about 10 days, and then I neglect it for the other 4. I'm wondering if retwisting every 10 days will be okay down the line. I have soft, thick African-American hair. Good hair. Thank you. So just the concept that this pasty white girl would A, know anything about hair, and B, know anything about African-American hair is kind of adorable. But then I thought, you know what? Keo told me that he lived most of his life with dreads, so because we don't call them locks. If you're white, we call them dreads, because locks is stuff, fish that you put on bagels.
I called them dreads.
It's a schmear with smoked salmon. And it's delightful on a Sunday morning. So go ahead and does this make any sense to you about how often you twist?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, personally, I didn't twist my hair as much as I should have.
Shame.
Yeah. And
look at what happened.
yeah, it's all gone now.
He's got
Just one day it just all fell. But
Ew.
his
well,
locks,
I mean,
his
I cut it.
locks
Well,
fell.
right, I know. It's just one time I found a weave in a trash can at my school, and it really grossed me out.
A weave is not the same as dreads.
No.
Right, I know, but it was clumpy.
Okay, can I tell you?
This will happen.
These 2 girls got in a fight, and one of them pulled out their weave, and it was like a tumbleweeve. That's what we called it, because no one picked it up.
Does it hurt if someone pulls out your weave? It's like
like
connected to your
Yeah,
hair.
it's like
it's
sewn
sewn
in.
in.
Ouch.
I mean, I've never had I don't need a weave.
Howie. All right, advice for the lock kid.
Well, I would do it every, like, when I was being good, I would do it twice a month, probably.
Okay, what does it entail?
Twisting?
Yeah.
When I did twisting, it's basically you take a dreadlock and you have something.
It's like
Usually
wax.
I used shea butter when I did it, and I would twist, and then you kind of keep it like that and tie it up, and I would tie it up and sleep on it, like sleep on it tied up like that.
So how
For the
long
night.
did that take?
To do
Yeah.
an hour or 2.
Oh Lord, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, and if you hadn't done it in a while, it was painful because
Ah.
your dreads grow together, so you would have to separate them. And
So what is he or she reading about hair loss?
well, I know if you don't take care of it, then your dreads will thin. Also, if you don't take care of it, then it'll turn into that one big clumpy dreadlock. That's kind of gross to me, anyway. But that's not necessarily true. My brother has dreadlocks and they're thick and like they look really good, and
Mhm.
he's had them for a while.
Mhm.
He takes care of them and everything. So
Howard, I'm going to need for you to turn your cell phone off. You have something to say about dreadlocks, Ryan?
I grew up with dreadlocks. Actually, I was born with them. But no, I had a question
This
about
hereby
dreadlocks.
proves the point that there is no topic that Ryan doesn't have an opinion. Oh, you have a question? Okay.
Yeah, I have a question actually.
Okay.
Is it possible to have one giant dreadlock, but like a nice one, just like one giant?
well,
like,
it depends
spaghetti
on what you describe as nice.
What about Willow?
I don't
I whip
think-
my hair back and forth. I whip my hair.
But he's
That's
like
just-
got them all tied together.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying,
Oh,
like
that was a
could you have? Because like you have a bunch of little like
Yeah, you could
dreadlocks.
have one.
Could you have one big dreadlock?
But I don't think that looks good. I mean,
Well,
that's
but like
a
if it
personal,
was like clean and
it's
made
personal
nicely.
taste.
But you could do it.
You could have one, yeah.
Could I have one?
No. No. But and with the hair loss, I mean, my hair grows really fast, and
So if you pull out a hair, it's a hair. It grows back.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you're going to go bald.
yeah.
Olivia.
So last week, my econ teacher just decided she would tell us about her middle school experience. And so she's white, really white, and she was expressing to us that she had white girl cornrows. and that she wanted to be like a little cholita, and that was her deal. So they eventually like kind of turned into dreads.
That's
'cause
what happened to me.
if you leave them in, they get really gross. And I just, it was a weird thought. It would be like thinking of like Wheezy as a Cholita in middle school.
That didn't happen to me. I was a dork. That was the path I chose. Rory.
I don't know if you ever saw me with them, but I had cornrows once, Wheezy. Did you ever see me with them?
I think I missed that day.
Oh, they were nice. My aunt just got back from
I did too.
somewhere like the Dominican Republic. I don't remember.
So are
She was there,
cornrows
not
like
me.
little braids?
Yeah,
she
it's like
braided
they-
it. She
they
did,
look like
Rasta
brains.
colors.
Oh, nice.
It was,
They're
it
like
was
mini
pretty.
French braids, sort of.
French
Yeah.
braids, okay.
I once had cornrows,
Me
and I
too.
got hot sauce in the end of them, and so when because they were like cornrows, but then they were all braids, and I had those in for like a month, and I had beads at the bottom, and so the ends got really dry, and they had hot sauce in them, so I had to cut it off.
When you get cornrows, do you just untie them when you're done, or do they have,
Yeah.
you have to cut? Yo, you can untie them.
Yeah, I mean
Alright.
they're braids; they're not like.
Oh, okay, so they're not
tangles.
okay. Because like with dreadlocks, you can't like undo them,
Dread-
right?
Yeah,
Your hair
they're-
actually
they're
looks really
different.
cool when you take them out too. It's all
Oh, really?
wavy.
That's
It's
cool.
nice.
Does it go away after time? That
If you
waviness?
shower.
Oh, okay.
Well, when I was in Mexico and I was like really young, I got cornrows, and then it took like 3.5 hours to get them out because they're like tiny little braids, and it hurts because like undoing them they get all tangled and.
I got a sunburn on my scalp when I had cornrows.
Oh, so yeah,
Yeah.
'cause your hair's pulled really tight. All right, well, we're going to jump to the next question. It's from Anonymous. If you would like to call us, we are at 888-531-7171. We would certainly love to talk to you. I'm going to have someone else read this because what happened was it started off as one of those questions where the poster gave everyone initials. So what you need to do is picture this story where she posted again with fake names because I told her that when it came to a story with a lot of initials, it looked like math to me, and I wasn't able to solve the problem. So post again with fake names. So she posted again with fake names, and I am not finding it any less confusing. So who would like to read it and who would like to decipher it? Go ahead, Ryan. And then Maddie, you're going to be first up to decipher.
Talking
you
is my
speak girl.
talent. Talking
This
is
one,
my
she speaks
talent.
girl right here.
All right. Our place post. Hey, Wheezy, I tried doing this before, but it messed up. So, Beth, Cassie, Donna, and I are all best friends. Alex asked out Beth, and Beth said yes. They dated for a while. Beth broke up with Alex because Beth liked Justin Bieber. Oh, Justin better.
What's the difference?
Justin better. Cassie liked Alex, and Alex liked Cassie. So Alex asked out Cassie, and Cassie couldn't say yes because of Beth. Cassie and Alex were practically dating, though. Cassie got her phone taken away, and Alex didn't know Cassie could see his Instagram posts on Cassie's tab. Cassie got mad because Alex was flirting with Amanda. And wait, there's an Amanda?
Exactly.
And
Just when you
Ca-
think you have it down, they throw in a new name.
And Cassie ended it. Donna knows about all of this. Alex asks out Donna. Donna says yes because Donna liked Alex through this entire thing. Donna doesn't want to tell Beth and Cassie because they'd be so mad. She has to make a decision, and they're relying on me to make it for her. Sorry if it's confusing. Lol, I tried to take out the initials. Sorry if I missed one or two. I'm never reading again.
It's worth more than one lol, first of all. And
Lol.
imagine it with initials, if you will, for just one moment, and imagine my eyes rolling back into my head. Maddie, go.
Okay, so there's like this group of friends, and I think that in the beginning when she said Beth, Cassie, Donna, and I think she missed Amanda in that group, or Amanda's just completely separate.
Where
Amanda's
does
some other
Donna
girl.
come from?
Amanda is some other girl we've concluded. Okay, so it's this group of friends, and apparently this guy Alex just keeps dating all of them.
Oh, it's like
And-
friends.
Yes.
Okay.
They're all friends, and apparently Alex just keeps moving from girl to girl to girl, just like causing problems, I think is what it's sounding like to me. And so now the one girl who's been watching all this going on, he finally asks her out, and she has to say yeah or no.
She does say it because she did.
She said yes, but now what's the person who wrote it asking?
Why is it up to her to solve this mess?
Okay, you just remove
she has to make a
yourself.
decision to tell the group whether she's going out with him or not. Is that what the
No,
problem is?
she-
No,
Donna has to make
she
a
has to help
decision.
Donna
Donna-
make a decision.
Yeah.
Okay,
There we
so
go.
No, you
Donna's
can't
relying
make
on
her decision for her.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
don't get involved.
Yeah, that's what
If
I
you
would
just
do.
skip to the end of this, you actually have it.
Yeah.
Skip the
Donna's
skip the
relying on
beginning,
me.
skip the middle, and go to the end. It seems like this week I got a lot of questions from people saying, "How do I fix my friend?" and and that kind of thing. And
Not
the
your
thing
job.
is, you can say to a friend once, "Well, here's what I think," and then you need to just stay out of it, because they either want your opinion, and they're going to take your opinion, or they need to figure it out on their own. Like, if you think someone's dating the bad boy, you can say, I think he's kind of not a good dude, and then you need to stop talking, because Ryan, your hand was up?
Oh, yeah.
Because it was like you telling me I need to stop talking.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
sorry. You can keep talking.
No, I'm done.
All right. So I was just gonna say that, like, I don't, because I don't retain things when I read them aloud. So I read over it a couple times, and I think I understand it. And so my input would be that, like, if Donna liked Alex through the whole thing, regardless of who Alex is, if Donna liked Alex, then Donna's got to make the decision for herself to date Alex if she likes him. Now, if Cassie and
He's
Beth,
already dating him.
Yeah, she's already dating him.
Wait,
it's,
no, no.
It's just whether she can tell the other two who
Oh.
have previously
Exactly.
Oh, well, then-
dated him.
yes, you can, because if they're too mad at you for dating someone they broke up with, it's on them.
No, but Alex is a freaking little player who needs
Yeah.
to go.
I don't like Alex.
Well, no, but if you like him, you okay. Look, whether or not he's a player and needs to
No,
go,
But those are your like 2 or 3, I don't know how many, best friends.
but but you like the guy.
Yeah, but he dated both of them before, and it's like now he's just gonna move on to someone else after you. What makes you think you're gonna be different because you liked him?
Well, she does. She thinks it clearly.
Well,
She clearly thinks it. Like,
Cute.
regardless.
Kyo.
Well, I mean, the question isn't whether or not they're gonna date right now. It's whether or not she's gonna tell her friends.
I'm just saying I don't like Alex.
Oh yeah,
I don't like him either.
that's okay.
I don't like what he's doing.
I also don't think that it's the asker's responsibility to
Exactly.
tell Donna what to do.
Rory.
I'm gonna go ahead and defend Alex on this one. I actually kind of like Alex. I'm
Oh,
being
Rory,
serious.
you-
No,
well,
I do.
mean,
I'm not being joking. I'm not joking. I'm not being joking. Whatever.
he got dumped.
No.
Rory's being joking.
First of all, Alex in the beginning was broken up with. So Beth broke up with Alex. So why would you not feel bad for Alex? She broke up with him. Why does he care what she thinks? Secondly, he broke up with Cassie. He even said he broke up with Cassie, and then he decided to date Donna. He did nothing wrong. I don't understand why you guys
Well,
don't
I
like
mean,
you're right. I agree with you. You
Cassie-
changed my mind. I agree with you 100%.
Cassie
That's what I'm
never
here for.
actually said yes. That's kind of not nice.
He broke it up with Cassie
No,
when
Cassie-
she was flirting with Amanda, and Cassie.
No, that's not what
Look,
happened.
and we don't have the time frame here either.
Okay, well maybe it's not perfect, but he's
Okay,
still.
okay,
whatever.
but Cassie wasn't going out with Alex,
That's true. You make a good point.
but they
I'm
weren't.
just so excited that you guys understood the
It wasn't
question.
Facebook official.
Whoa.
Liv.
Okay. Okay, it's not. Okay, if Donna didn't want the other two to know, she shouldn't have dated him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't date like in a vacuum.
Yeah, exactly. So this is not your thing. It's gonna come out eventually, and whether they like her or not, at the end of it is what happens. So, done.
Look what happened on Smash when that bad boy show writer was dating the girl in the closet, and then the director found out, and now he's all upset.
No. That's not what happened.
You can't just date a girl in the wardrobe room. You have to date her in the world.
Okay, so you're talking about Ivy.
Oh, were they two
No,
girls?
I'm talking about Karen and Pretty Boy.
Oh, see?
Derek?
New Pretty Boy. No, not Derek. Young Derek.
Okay.
Does he have a name?
Ryan, can you explain this to me?
I need some clarification for me.
It was
and,
the guy
It's a
who's
TV
writing all
show.
the new
and
hit
Theo.
show.
Wait, no, wait. You said they were
They-
dating
in the closet.
dating
Yeah.
the girl in the closet.
I don't
Were
mean
they
being-
inside
she's
of a
a
closet, or
lesbian?
was she
Yeah.
lesbian?
No. They were inside of the wardrobe room at the show because he didn't want anyone on the show to know that they were dating each other, and you can't do that.
You
I
can't do
bet we
that.
were doing it.
You have to be.
Okay, so we're gonna move
consistent
on.
Did you
if
watch
you're
it
dating.
the
We're
last?
gonna move on now.
Moving on.
I can't remember. His name is Jimmy.
So Donna has to make the decision best for her.
Yes, Donna does. Forever Alone. Wheezy! Several exclamation points. Please help me.
Phone call.
For the past few days, I've been really depressed, and I don't know what to do because I love my friend. All right, so this is a straight girl. I mean, this is a gay or bi girl who loves her straight friend. Okay? And she's been writing me for a little while, and it's super, super, super duper common for gay kids to have a crush on their straight friend because, you know, most kids are straight, and most of the people that you meet are straight, and most people you have access to are straight. And if you're a gay kid, it's not like you can get your car and drive over to the gay neighborhood and meet more gay people. You're kind of stuck with whoever's around, and so you fall in love with them. Anyway, so she writes, I've been really depressed and I don't know what to do because I love my friend I have been telling you about and I can't get my feelings to leave. I want them to leave because she said she wasn't bi. I don't want to feel depressed because we can't have a relationship. I want to be happy. But I see her all the time and I can't avoid her. But I do want to be happy again. How can I be? I've been feeling so bad. There is no joy in life anymore. And it's the same as like finding out that if you're straight that somebody doesn't want to date you. It's the only difference, I think, when you're gay is that you don't feel like you can give voice to your sadness. Like, you have to keep it to yourself. Like, a straight kid can say, this is why I'm sad. And a gay kid can't even say that they like the person, or no one understands why they're sad and they have to pretend and all that. So, do you guys have any advice for this kid? Because I really feel for what she's going through. Ryan, your hand.
Yeah, I mean, we come to a lot of questions on this, like this on the show. Not always with gay or bi kids, but I feel like sometimes, and as I don't really want to be like the like the depressing person here, but sometimes there isn't always a solution for stuff, and sometimes you might really like someone, and it's going to be hard, but one day you probably will get over them, and you sometimes got to push through the struggle, and it's going to be hard. I mean, sometimes life is just hard.
I read a really good quote. I'm not sure who wrote the quote, but it's a really good quote, and it says that the only cure for pain is pain, and what that means is that you build up a callus to it.
Yeah.
If you try to deflect the feelings using some other kind of device that makes you feel something else, like alcohol or cutting or something, then you're not feeling the pain. You're not building up a callus to the pain. But I know you have to be around the kid, and you can't actually say, well, I'm, going elsewhere because maybe you can. I think she knows that you like her. So you can't say, let's just, hang out with other people for a couple of months until I get over liking you. And I think she'll understand. She seemed nice and flattered that you like her, and she probably, really, really loves you as a friend. And it's the same with heterosexuals. You not everybody wants to date you in life, and that's just a pure fact of life. And Rory.
I was just going to agree and say, heartbreak is universal, no matter who you are, and everybody deals with it at some point, and I've dealt with heartbreak. It sucks, but you know what? You come out of it better at the end of the day, even if it takes a day or a week or a year.
It takes as long as it takes, and it certainly doesn't mean that there's never going to be any joy, and I think these feelings that you feel when you're young are the rawest. They're just awful, and I'm not going to sit here, as a grown-up and say, oh, it's puppy love, or no. Because I remember it vividly, and it's horrific. I would never underplay how bad it hurts to love someone and in an unrequited way. It's just horrible. But you have to walk through it and build up that callus. We've got a phone call, Ryan. Do you want to hold that thought?
Yeah,
or make a point.
It was quick. I was going to say, adding on to what Rory said about it'll take a day or a week or a year or a month or whatever. Like I don't remember I heard this, but I think I heard it like during some sportscast. Anyways, like time has never lost like to anything. Like time always comes out on top. I know that sounds kind of cliche, but like time will eventually everything will like change over time. It just works that way. It
does.
And so even though it doesn't seem realistic, over time things will change.
I mean, the best thing to do is just grow up and then read your diary from when you were 12 and go like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You just bring it next week, please. Okay.
Place.
Hello, who's on the phone? We are Our Place Out Loud. Who has called the show? Animagus.
Hi, Weezy.
Hi, honey. Okay, I'm going to give you 45 seconds.
All right.
You know why, don't you?
Yeah, I
because
do.
you need
I'm a long-winded person.
No, because you need to have your own show.
I know, right?
You're good. You're too good for us. All right. I kind of know what you've been going through, but do you want to just fill everybody in?
Recap?
Yeah.
All right. So, I recently told Weezy that I think I'm bi because I'm kind of starting to gravitate a little bit more towards girls than before, and I'm starting to kind of notice things, enough said.
Mm-hmm.
And, I can't really be around, friends, female friends without getting, really awkward images in my head. Or, I don't know, just, my heart will start, pounding really, really hard, and I'll start getting butterflies in my stomach. Normally that's only something that'll happen when I'm, stuck in the corner of a room with, because in science, I was sitting in the corner of the room, and it was, me and then 3 other guys, and that was it.
All right, let me
I was
stop
kind
and
of
ask.
Really freaked out. Anyway,
let me stop and ask you a question.
Getting,
No, I really need to ask you a question. Are you developing a crush on a girl, or are you just having sexual images when you're near girls?
I thought I kind of had a crush on one of my friends, and now I don't really think so much anymore. But
Because,
it's
you know,
like
you're a
I'm
person who's
slowly
had...
kind of gravitating towards my other friend who is actually bi as well.
You've had some serious crushes on boys.
Yeah, I have.
So, you know, to me, I think the difference between gay, bi, straight, or whatever is, you know, it really kind of boils down to who do you fall in love with, not who causes you to have arousing imagery, which is kind of normal at your age in regards to, I mean, I would sit there in class and suddenly realize I was picturing the teacher naked, who was, and it could be a man or a woman. It would just be like, hey, I wonder what they, you know, it's like, and there's nothing sexual. It's just like, why did I just want to picture her boobs? Like, that's weird. But, you know, you're just so bored, and she's standing right there. So I'm not in love with her or anything. It's just, that's just how our minds kind of tumble, and they just tumble and tumble until they bounce into things and bounce back and blah. You know, and I knew that I was straight, so it didn't concern me.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think for other kids, those feelings can be more pronounced. You know, where they're actually having sexual thoughts, not just like, hey, I wonder what kind of bra she's wearing, or, you know, some random...
Yeah, that's kind of what it is.
Well, I don't think that means you're bi. Ryan's hand is up.
Okay, I don't mean to, like... this is a story that's relevant, but I
Mhm.
can wait till the end. Do you want me to just say it now or wait till, like, when she's finished talking?
Let me see what CEO has to say,
All right,
and
yeah,
then
and
we'll
then I'll
wait.
finish.
We'll save your story
Yeah.
till after we hang up the phone. from
Sounds
her.
good.
Okay. Honestly, I think it's kind of normal to have feelings for both men and women.
Mhm.
I mean, like, I don't see how people could not.
Yeah, I mean, they're all around us.
Yeah.
You know?
And I mean,
Mhm.
regardless of whether you consider yourself bi or not, there's nothing wrong about there's just nothing wrong about it.
It's just a random
Anything.
sexual thought.
It's just-
and the
it's
only
what
reason your
happens.
heart is beating faster is because you're putting some sort of, you know, kind of connotation to it that,
Exactly.
does this mean I have to rethink who I am? And if you just let your mind have these thoughts without panicking that it means this, that, or the other,
Right.
your mind will bounce back to, yeah, but meanwhile I'm in love with, you know, Justin, or I just ask yourself this question: is your heart pounding fast because you're having like a super duper sexual thought, or is your heart pounding fast because you just had a sexual thought about a girl and you want to know what society's going to think about that?
I don't know how to explain this.
Can I
I'd
tell
have
you?
to write it down to make it make sense.
All right,
I
but
really
it's
would.
important that we're having this conversation because, you know, you've given voice to something that lots and lots of kids are feeling. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Sio.
I was just gonna say, like, I don't want you to think that it's something weird, because honestly, I think a lot of people have thoughts like that, even if they don't consider themselves bi. And I mean, it's something normal, I think. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah, and it's especially like important to say this to boys because boys will especially panic if they think they've had some kind of, you know, random thought about some dude, because it's just as normal for boys, straight boys, as it is for straight girls. But there's less kind of for lesbians. There seems to be kind of like more acceptance, you know, of lesbianic thinking because men love the thought of two women together. Not that women don't love the thought of two men together, you know, well, that's fine to us, but we don't fantasize about it the way men fantasize about two women together, which was a weird thing when I found it out, too, so if it's weird, sorry, but men think that's great. That's why they try to get girls drunk and kissing each other at parties. Go ahead, Keo.
I don't think this is too, like, I agree with you guys that this is just kind of thoughts, and I don't know if this is just me, but, like, I have thoughts that are just weird. Not even necessarily in a sexual way.
Right.
But, like, just what if I did this and it would be so awkward? Like, I imagine myself walking over there and knocking over that cup of coffee and staring at you.
Just because.
And just because.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just things that you think about. Like
and when you're driving,
things going through my head.
It gets really weird because you're like, I could just turn the wheel and my car would go off this cliff.
Right.
Because we have brains and they, you know, they just go to places. Like, and you would never do that, but you know that you could, and that makes you feel powerful and like in a scary, weird way. Go ahead, Maddie.
Also, just remember that you don't need to label yourself.
Right.
You can be in a
I
state
know
of I'm not sure right
everyone's
now.
saying that, but it's like it gets frustrating after a while because you're like, I kind of want to be able to identify myself. It's just easier.
All right, let me just
And
say
I've
this
always
to
been
you.
able to do that, and I'm
Picture-
always used to that. So
Picture,
it's like,
if you will, a
what's
Taylor.
going on?
Okay, stop. Picture, if you will, a Taylor Swift concert. How many girls are in
Mhm.
that audience screaming for a girl and wanting to
A
just do everything with Taylor? Like if Taylor pulled them out of the audience and said, "You know what? For the next week, you and I are doing everything together. We're going to go shopping. We're going to have cookouts. We're going to tell stories. We're going to go visit my grandma and grandpa in the country, and we're going to go canoeing." Oh my God, they have such a massive girl crush on Taylor Swift. Most of them aren't gay, but they still have lots and lots of thoughts about wanting to be Taylor Swift's bestie. Go ahead, Olivia.
I forgot what I was going to say, but
I always
Taylor
distract you
Swift's
with the Swift.
grandma
Yeah.
looks exactly like her.
See?
It's weird.
Weird.
That's the end of that.
Because she went on a week with Taylor Swift.
Go ahead, Ryan.
I was going to say sometimes, as much as you want to label yourself, whether it be sexuality or anything else that you can, like, find a label yourself with, it's like, and again, people are going to tell you this, you don't, like, just like Maddie said, you don't need to label it yourself, but eventually, if you want to label yourself, a label will come, and you just can't really speed it up, and it's going to come when you notice it, and there will be a time when you are confident about, like, who you are. It'll just click.
Yeah, every kid is different, and it just, I know that you've seen me write this in the app repeatedly. I say, don't judge your feelings, just feel them. And I know that kids want so much to be able to say, I'm a this, and I'm a that, and I hang this on my wall because it represents that, and I'm this, and this is my music, and these are my clothes, and these are my people, and, don't tell me I'm not, and, but the truth of the matter is that 5 years from now, whatever that 14-year-old is thinking 5 years from now, she's not, because that's just a cycle. And so you have to realize you're in the middle of growing up, and you're going to have a lot of confusing thoughts. I'm going to go to Maddie, and then you throw it to whoever else you want to throw it to, Maddie.
Okay. Well, I mean, as far as labels, just label yourself as I don't know.
Yeah.
That is a label.
That's what I'm labeled as.
You genius child.
Well, undecided, I say. I like
Undecided.
it.
It's like, it's weird. Like, I get that everyone has those really awkward images, like, even if it's about someone of the same gender. But, like, it gets to the point where you're kind of like, I kind of want to do that.
Then
one day
And
you
it's,
will.
like,
Honestly,
weird.
it's right now.
There's nothing
it's
wrong
the
with
time
that.
to experiment. Like everybody's doing that. Okay, don't do things that
When I went
everyone's
to
doing.
college,
That's a bad thing to say, but I'm just saying.
You know what? When I
like,
went to
in terms-
college, I heard all these rumors about these girls who were experimenting with homosexuality, and they were on my floor, and I was like a wide-eyed, like 17-year-old, like, really? Because that wasn't something I was interested in doing. But obviously, kids go to college, especially girls who can be gay and then be straight, like much easier than boys can, I guess. Because I don't know why. That's a whole other topic of discussion. Why it's more bi-ness in girls is more acceptable, but there may be just as many bi guys. I don't know. It just may be that masculinity is such a difficult thing to try and uphold that you have to pick a team and stick there. But with girls, it's like, yeah, you can be completely gay all the way through college and then go ahead and get married and have a baby and be completely in love with a man. Honestly,
okay, that's too far.
Unless you're a lesbian and you're like by 21, you're just like, hey, I'm a lesbian. But there's lots of girls that are like lesbian through college or straight, raising a family, and then a lesbian. Like, there's lots of sub-convos. What are people saying? Are you disagreeing with me or agreeing with me?
Well,
She was asking what I said, what Keo said, and what Sio said, and I
okay,
was
go
relaying
ahead.
it to her.
What are they saying under their breath?
Weezy's
such an idiot.
Okay, no.
She doesn't know anything.
Weezy's awesome.
What I was gonna say is basically what Sia said, which is like, I mean, if you think like, hey, maybe, just try it. It's like I don't like carrots, but I was like, hey, maybe I'll eat a carrot. So I ate a carrot, and I didn't like it, and then I didn't eat carrots again. So maybe it's just something like that.
Yeah, and just because like you're a boy or you're a girl and you try a homosexual act, they coined the term bi-curious. It's like, I wonder what that would be like. I don't think that anybody other than, practicing safe sex, should resist the temptation to try whatever. In the end of the day, you're going to fall in love with somebody and maybe pick a life partner. It may be a guy, it may be a girl, but like we're at a point in history, like who cares? If society doesn't care, do you care? Do you care who you are? Like you could even control it if you wanted to?
What do you mean? What?
Well, I mean, are you afraid of being a lesbian?
Well, no, not really.
Well, then stop worrying about your thoughts. Because you really cannot control it at the end of the day. Your thoughts are going to come, and even if you marry some dude, if you continue to have sexual thoughts about a woman, you may have to, try that and see if that's a better fit for you. Pardon the pun. Ryan.
Sorry. I just got that. Sorry. Look. Katy Perry kissed a girl, and she liked it.
She liked it.
But she just as well may have not liked it, like, before she knew.
She may have
tried.
She just likes cherry chapstick, actually.
The taste of it.
She liked the taste of it. Keo.
I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind.
All right, we're going to have to jump off the phone and bounce off to our next topic. Thank you so much. I hope this helps. I just want you to not worry about it, okay? Let worry be the furthest thing from your mind, and you can focus on the feelings and what they mean and who you like and who you love and all that, and love yourself first. Okay, we are 888-531-7171.
Is it too late to tell my story?
Yes, it's time for Ryan's story.
Oh, okay.
Everyone gather round.
Okay, it's not as much of a story, but we were in science today, and I'm just going to give initials. And what?
No initials.
Olivia gets really sensitive when you mention kids that you hate in school.
I don't hate this kid. This is one of my friends. Okay. So Mr. B comes up to T and says, "Hey T, love buddy. Miss E tells me about all your special moves, and they ain't working on her." And the whole class looked at him and was just like, "What?" And it was great. What? Yeah, that was it. That's a great story. I had to tell someone that.
Oh, so that's a story about picturing your teacher naked?
Oh yeah, that's what reminded me of that. Yeah, but we didn't even the kid, none of us knew what he was talking about. It was just our teacher's really weird.
That would turn me red. Olivia.
Oh, no, I'm just gearing up to answer the next question already.
You're first on deck then. You want to read the question? That would be exciting.
Sure. My friend, let's call her Kay, wants a nose job. I told her that even though she is beautiful already and that I didn't think she needed it, that it was okay if it made her happy. I don't think she should do it. Is there anything I can tell her to change her mind?
Okay, this is from, who wrote this?
Oh, Countryboy020.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I kind of am in this boat. I guess I'm Kay, because it's not that I don't like the way I look.
You better not get a nose job.
Well, it's not a nose job, but I snort when I laugh.
Oh, the snorking.
And it hurts, and it hurts when I sneeze, and it's a problem. And we went to a doctor, and it's clear that at some point I broke my nose. So to fix it, it wouldn't, there's nothing we could do, but it would change the way I looked.
How much?
I don't know. I didn't do the whole computer thing where they show you exactly what they're doing, but at the end of the day, there would be a little change.
Would you walk in and we'd be like, "Where's Olivia?"
Maybe, I don't know. Probably not. But the thing is if she's insecure, I mean, yes, she should wait until she's 18 and her body is finished doing its thing. But I mean, it's a personal choice, and it's not really one that you can make for her or tell her to do or not to do.
But didn't he answer the question really well? He told her that he thinks she's beautiful, and then he said, "But if you have your heart set on this, I'm not going to tell you not."
Exactly.
To do it. It was a really good answer.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's her decision, and I mean, just if she goes through with it, advise her to find a very good doctor and look at the pictures of the before and after results of his work, and there you go.
Because some people ask the question because they really don't want to do it, and they want to hear you go, "Oh no, your nose is fine. You shouldn't do that. That would ruin your face." That was the only reason I ever said it, because I really wanted someone to tell me not to, because I didn't want to do it. Because my nose is not tiny, and at a certain point I could have done it, but I didn't want to go through the pain and
it's a long recovery process.
And breathing out of my mouth. That's not something to look forward to. So I would ask from time to time my mom or my dad or a sibling or whatever, and just opted out of it. But I wasn't looking for, well, I'm doing it no matter what. Because, like, look, if the kid wants to get a nose job, she's going to get a nose job no matter what you say to her. But it
Exactly.
certainly doesn't hurt to tell her that she's beautiful the way she is. Q.
Yeah, I mean, I would want to know. I have a question for him, which is why doesn't he want her to go through with the nose job? Like, what reasons does he have? And I mean, just be honest with what you think, and don't. I mean, it's not like you can tell her no, don't do this, you're not allowed or anything. Just tell her your opinion. Like, I don't think you need one. I mean,
Yeah.
if that's what you think.
And if they're in high school, she's probably not going to get it yet.
Yeah.
Because I know people that got them like at 16, I think, but
Yeah,
because
that's-
girls are kind of done growing a little bit by then.
Yeah, I mean, I know someone who got theirs at 16. I know people who did it before. I mean, I went to a Jewish school, so, I mean, there's a stereotype
It's kind of like
for
the
a
bat mitzvah
reason.
present, yeah.
Yeah, it was a bat mitzvah present. It was a sweet 16 present. Some people got nose jobs instead of getting cars.
In certain schools, like, there's the same nose walking down the hall at you. You feel like
Exactly,
you're
because
in.
I mean, like, you're in Beverly Hills,
like
and
it's
it's going to
CG.
be the same doctor. So,
They all go to the same time. It's CG in real life. We are Our Place Out Loud. I am Louise Palenker. The number is 888-531-7171. Is someone on the phone, Justin? Oh, rock on. Rock on. Thank you for calling
Hello?
Our Place Out Loud. How are you?
Good.
Good. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. I just have a question and kind of like a story.
Excellent. All right.
Okay, so I am 13.
Right.
And I have wanted a belly button piercing since, like, as long as I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
Because when my sister was 13, she pierced her own belly button in our bathroom because my mom and dad were like, oh, yeah, do it yourself. You're not going to do it. And she did it.
no,
Oh,
no,
no.
no, no.
Don't do that.
No.
Yeah.
Don't dare a
No.
13-year-old.
No, I don't want to do it myself. I'd be too scared. I fainted when I got my ears pierced, so doing it myself would be too crazy.
Okay.
But I was talking to my mom because my sister, we just went with her to go get it re-pierced, and I was like, Mom, what's so bad about me having a belly button pierced? Like, it's just a piercing. What's the difference between having my belly button pierced and having my ears pierced? Like, it's just a piercing. It's just something going through my skin. I've had my ears pierced, and I have gauges. I'm stretching my ears. So I don't know why I can do something as extreme as that, but I can't get my belly button pierced.
She's letting you do gauges? Because to me, that's much more of a disforming of
Yeah,
your
I
body
agree.
than a belly button pierce.
I agree. There was this.
Yeah.
My
Gauges
brother,
are like really deforming you. That's my opinion. I don't take my opinion as your own, but my opinion is that
Well, no, they're only size 12, which is only one size bigger than the standard.
Are you going to keep going
earring.
bigger and bigger though?
No.
Because then
I'm
you
just
wind up with these
gonna-
giant flabs of skin at the end of your ears. Olivia wants to
No,
talk so badly. Olivia's talking.
I have a cousin who's at a half an inch, and
Yeah.
his ears are huge. And when he takes them out, they dangle, and that
Yeah.
disgusts me.
Nasty.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no, okay. So, yeah.
All right,
I,
so that's all I'm saying. So
I
go
had
ahead.
gauges, and I think I got to a 14, and then I was like, nah, I'm done. And I took them out, and then they, like, kind of went, and now they're back at earring size.
Oh, cool.
But,
Yeah, mine have done that too. I took mine out, and they went back to normal. So I
Okay,
know
so, but
if I go
don't-
any bigger than this, that probably won't happen.
Exactly.
So, that's why I'm not gonna
So,
get any
so
bigger.
yeah, don't do that. But also, wait until you're 18 for the belly button piercing. I'm just because you can do it yourself, but also, I remember I was like 13. Well, don't do it yourself, but you can go to the place and get it done by yourself. But no, don't do it yourself. It's like it's infection city. Like you lean over weird, and then a sweat like little bead gets in there, and all of a sudden you have no belly button anymore.
Yeah,
And
the
that's
difference
what
between
happens.
like you're calling it just skin, but the difference between skin in your abdomen that used to feed you when you were a baby inside your mommy's tummy, that's sensitive skin.
Yeah,
as
it's
compared to the skin that hangs lifelessly, sort of almost at the end of your ears, isn't attached to anything vital. It's just a lobe that just kind of like is hopefully helping you hear because of the what's it called, the acoustics or whatever, but the vibrations and that's necessary to make an ear work. But when you're talking about your belly button, it's attached to your tummy, which was how you receive vital fluids as a baby infant inside your mama's tummy. That's not a place that you want to go getting infected. Go ahead. Who hasn't talked? Q.
This is just a question out of curiosity. Why do you want to get your belly
That's a
button?
good question.
My mom asked me that too. I don't know. I just like it's kind of the same reason I have my ears starting to stretch because I personally think that it's cool. Like I'm not doing it for anyone else but me. I'm not doing it because it's the in thing right now. I'm just doing it because I want to. And my mom was like, "No, because then you're going to be all over Facebook just taking pictures with your stomach showing, and I don't want those pictures of you going around." And I told her, I was like, I wouldn't do that. I would show you a picture if I took it before I posted it.
It is a really
and
good
I
question
wouldn't
that your
even-
mom asks because it's like, why do you want to have your belly button pierced unless people are going to see it, which means midriffy, and more midriffy. And so that's an excellent mom question, Livy.
I mean, okay, this isn't really the same, but my friend Michael got his nipples pierced, and then yeah, I know. But then that's like all he posted on Facebook for like 3 months, and it was just like, oh, there's his nipples again. So, I mean, I get where your mom is coming from, especially there's this girl at my school, Lauren, and she just got her belly button pierced, but she's 18, and so she did it, and all of a sudden, she is, like, never, always clothed. You know, there are some girls at my school who are always in the short shorts and the croppy tops and the bandeaus, but no, this girl's always clothed. And out of nowhere one day, she comes and her entire stomach is exposed. And I'm just like, LG, what you doing? And she's just like, I got my belly button pierced. So it's like, now she's not wearing clothes. So
Yeah.
I don't think, like, for me, that'd just be a little too much, especially because I'm kind of, like, what's the word? I'm self-conscious about my body.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't go around, like, flashing my stomach to anyone and everyone that I saw.
See
Only because it's hard for me to wear like a two-piece when I'm going, like, swimming and stuff because I am more
well,
self-conscious
then the
about my
piercing
body.
would be like, I don't know. It's like you can't really wear high-waisted pants.
Okay.
You can't do any like
it's going to hurt.
leotards and
If anything
bodysuits.
touches that part of your body, it's
it
going
hurts
to be
because it
pricking at
pulls
you.
and tugs.
I don't think it's that. I mean, it might seem like a really long way away, but it's not that hard to wait till you're 18. Because
Yeah.
honestly, if my mom had let me do all the piercings I wanted to do, I would have earrings all over my face right now.
I
still want an eyebrow.
I
but
think a
whatever.
nose pierce is a better idea than a belly button pierce.
I used to want like 2 right here.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
No.
the snake bites.
Well, my
Not
mom
snake
already told me she doesn't want me getting any, like, facial piercings because she
Oh,
thinks
that's-
that I won't be able to get a job if I have one.
Yeah, my mom doesn't want me to do it either.
Yeah,
but
it's a
I
good
want
point.
sparkles on my
Well,
face.
you know what? You may want us on your side in terms of like trying to talk your mom into this, but I am going to agree with Olivia that you can wait till you're 18 to get a tattoo or any piercings beyond the ears.
Oh,
Because I think that's pretty much the ears is the most that you should do while you're still a child. That's just kind of how I feel, Olivia.
the tattoo thing. Okay, so everyone in my grade is turning 18 right now, and I'm going to be turning 18 on Thursday. But, okay, I'm not about, like, the second they turn 18, they got a tattoo. And I just feel like in 10 minutes you're going to regret that. Like, I mean, almost immediately. Like, it's like tattoos that don't even mean anything. Like, I understand
Yeah, I
tattoos
really don't like
that, like, you know, it goes back to, like, your parents or something, and you're just like, yeah, forever, my parents, yeah. But, like, just, like, a heart on the back of your neck that's crooked, or, you know, just, like, I don't know, there's this one tattoo right now, and it's a feather, and then it has, the feather is, like, breaking apart, and then it's breaking apart into little tiny birds. I know 3 people who have that tattoo.
Oh no,
It's
If
like
So-
wearing the same dress to a
Weird.
party, but you can't take it off.
Exactly.
that would suck.
So it's like getting a tattoo is like picking out some clothing that you want to wear and knowing that
rest
in
of
10
your
years
life.
you're still going to want to have that on. And that's just like a ridiculous concept,
Yeah.
really. But they're popular. They're very popular right now. But they've actually shown like that when it comes to tattoo, there's an inverse proportion between like tattoos and smoking cigarettes and the level of education that you achieve. In other words, people who smoke and have tattoos tend to not be as highly educated.
Okay.
So
but oh,
Yeah.
Tend
I
to.
disagree
there's
with
always
that.
excuse. There's always exceptions. Tend to.
Well, Weezy,
I still.
I was just going to say
disagree.
that I think
I
that's
didn't do the
don't
survey,
understand,
CO.
like,
that's
Well, the survey's wrong.
that's one of those things where it's like a square is a rectangle is a square, but a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not a square.
Nuh-uh,
Because
it's
I
a
think that
survey.
there are a lot of people that have
but-
tattoos and piercings that aren't as highly educated as others. But just because you have them doesn't mean you're not as highly educated.
exactly.
Just because you have them doesn't mean you
Justin,
fall into that category.
look it up.
But also, I was going to say,
You have nothing better to do.
I want to stretch this, or I want to stress this because people like I don't know touched on it. Don't do anything yourself. My brother's
don't
friend
do anything.
Paris pierced his own ear in class in 5th grade,
Dude.
and it got really infected. Like,
Yeah.
don't do anything by
My
yourself.
friend.
It's green. It
Ew,
gets
ew, ew, ew.
green.
Maddie
I
wants
just
to
don't
talk.
get it because my brother, he's 26 or 27 now. He got his first tattoo when he was 16, and my mom was totally okay with it. My sister pierced her own belly button at 13, so she was super lenient with them. But
you're the
and
baby.
she let my brother
Because they
stretch
were
his ears to an
mistakes.
8, which is 4 sizes bigger than what
Do you
I'm
know
at
what
now.
I mean?
And I don't get why she's being so strict with me about my piercings, but she wasn't with my sister and my
Well,
brother.
I think you should write down a list of things that are super important to you, and if this is at the top of your list of things that you want to ask your mom for, then continue to ask it politely, respectfully, and in different ways. Once a month. You can't hammer on her every day because no today is going to be no tomorrow. But if you give it a month and then say, hey, Mom, this is really kind of like just a harmless little thing that would make me really happy. And if I get this, I'm gonna be a really good kid. I'll always keep curfew. And not that you should bargain with your parents, but your mom's she doesn't want this to become like a slippery slope to you doing like keg parties and jumping off the roof into the pool and stuff like that. Like she wants to make sure that you're a good kid, and getting your belly button pierced at 13 can be the sign that you're going to be rebellious, and you've got to just prove to her who you actually are. Maddie.
All right, so I want to ask the room, how do you guys feel about like the second ear piercing?
I have one.
It's fine to me.
Because I really wanted one, and my
Do
mom
it.
said no because she thought it looked kind of like trashy, and I was like,
Oh,
Mom,
well,
that's
okay.
a terrible word, and I completely disagree with that.
I mean,
I've had second earrings, and my mom was totally okay with that. I got them when I was 9. And
I don't think they're trashy.
then I just took them
I
out
don't think
because
so either.
they got infected, so I took them out. But the one thing, I have really sensitive skin. Like, I've had my ears pierced 4 different times, and 3 times they got infected. This is the only time that they haven't got infected yet, so I've been trying to take really good care of them. So do you think maybe that's why? Because I have
obviously there's lots of different reasons why. I mean, you are injecting some foreign object into your body's ecosystem, so it's not the best idea if you can possibly avoid it. Keo.
Well, I'm not a fan of piercings in general. I don't even I don't dig ear piercings, but I mean, no, I don't.
He doesn't dig them.
I don't dig them.
And look at him, he's cool.
It's just like I don't get it, but that's just me. That's personal, but
because you hang shiny things from them.
Yeah, exactly.
okay, but that's
And
great.
they're sparkly.
I mean,
All right, we're going to say goodbye
But
to the
wait,
call.
wait, I
Rock
still-
on. We're going to have to jump off the phone so that the phone is freed up for the next caller. Thank you so much for your question.
Okay.
I still had one more,
No, you get to keep talking.
but
It's just Rock On that
Yeah.
we're punishing because she wants her belly button pierced.
yeah, well,
No, I'm teasing.
I wanted to say to her, but that's all right.
No, she's
She'll
listening
hear.
to the show.
Okay,
She'll
okay.
hear you. Yes.
I don't think you're gonna regret not getting it.
or waiting. Yeah.
Waiting. It's
Yeah.
not gonna. If anything, it's gonna be like, finally, I get to do this. That's the worst outcome. The best outcome would be like, I'm so glad that I didn't do that. And that's,
Yeah, or it's like, oh my gosh, I finally got it. I've been waiting so long, and it's even more meaningful because it's
Right.
okay to wait for something that you really, really want. And like, with kids, like, oh, I really want to play the guitar. If you don't want to buy them a guitar, wait 2 years. If he's still asking for a guitar in 2 years, that kid wants a guitar. Like, I never got my drum set. I had to grow up, earn my own money, and buy my own drum set, and let the neighbors tell me to stop drumming because that is what ultimately happened. But I never gave up. I always wanted to drum, and they wouldn't let me drum. So I know what it feels like to want something this badly. Most kids do. Go ahead, Ryan.
I think the lesson to be learned here, though that can be applied to anything, is that sometimes waiting is the best idea. And so, like, I guess my basic analogy is that, like, I go to a restaurant sometimes and I'm really hungry, and they bring bread, right? I'm like, but my food's gonna be that much better if I don't eat the bread when it gets here, It's like, finally I get that food. But then sometimes I give in and I eat it, right? And I eat too much, and then and then at the end I regret eating it because my stomach hurts and I'm stuffed. And sometimes waiting is just the best option.
I love that.
There's
That's
a
a really
time
good
for
analogy.
everything.
It's the bread analogy. The next question I want to get to is from Mabel. Hey, Wheezy, I'm 17. I'm a girl. What should I do if kids won't stop bullying me when the principal won't do nothing about it? We have talked about bullying before, but if it's a kid, let's say it's this 17-year-old kid, just does not have the personality to stand up to these bullies, anything she says or does is going to be looked at by the bullies as weakness or insecurity. Like, because some kids, like CEO, for instance, could probably just look at somebody with a death stare and they'd, like, back away and melt into the wall. But like, not every kid has that, those types of personality powers, and some people blossom differently and at different stages. What do you do if you know you can't take them on and the principal's doing nothing and there's just nothing? Like, Liv, what do you do?
Well, I say you get yourself out of the situation. I mean, if that means, leave the school, delete any online accounts. I mean,
How can she just leave the school? If she lives, like, in a country town and there's only one school and her mom works and no one can homeschool her, that's not always an option.
I guess, but I mean, then there are, if you can't leave the school, then don't put yourself in situations that, are easy targets.
Walk away.
Like a Facebook.
Lunch with the teachers. Have lunch
IM.
with the teachers. Stay out of the lunchroom. Like, stay out of situations where there's no adult supervision, kind of.
Yeah, definitely.
Maddie?
Hang out with kids like CO and Q.
Hang out with kids like CO and Q.
They have the death stare.
Yeah, they do. They have
down.
Right. If you can find those kids that will have your back. I mean, they say that the bystander is the best person to protect you from the bully. Find bystanders. It will not just be bystanders. It will be active. Rory.
No, that's a good thing. I kind of disagree with delete your Facebook and move schools if you're 17. There's an age, I think, where you have to learn to stand up for yourself. Running when you're 17 years old is not a good option for you as a person either, I don't think. There's different ways to go about it. I don't know, as a girl, you can... I mean, there are classes, aren't there? There are classes for fighting for everything. Not fighting, but, like, defending yourself, like...
Oh, you mean like taking martial arts?
I mean, honestly, if someone was bullying me, I couldn't fight them back, and there's a bunch of them, I don't know.
Rory, girls
Pepper
bully
spray?
differently
Yeah,
than boys.
that's why I say delete your
Oh,
Facebook.
do you mean like bullying, like verbal bullying?
Yeah, that's what it is.
They
Verbal
call you
bullying.
names you can't even imagine.
That
You
sucks.
cannot imagine the stuff that girls will call girls. Oh,
You're right.
it's horrible.
yeah.
I watched Mean Girls. I should know
Yeah.
this.
But no, it's even worse than that. Like, honestly, like the burn book or whatever in Mean Girls, I honestly wouldn't care. Like, it would be like, okay, well, you suck. You wrote something in a book about me. But, like, I mean, the things that they do, like, I say, like, when I was in middle school, I had to delete my Facebook because if I didn't, like, it almost just, like, runs through your brain 24/7 because they write it down and it's for everyone to see and they don't care.
Yeah.
Like, on my Facebook in middle school, it was in one post. I was called a C word like 6 times.
What?
And it's like, so why would I leave that there? Why wouldn't I delete my Facebook? I don't need that.
I can understand that. Yeah, it's a difficult thing. But middle school, you're still a little younger. I feel like you're not at an age yet where you can fully learn how to defend yourself the right way. When you're 17, I think you're almost an adult. I mean, you
Right.
should
But
learn.
maybe she could wait through high school and not do social networking until college because college kids don't do this stuff.
Yeah,
They just don't.
yeah. You're 17. It'll be over soon.
It
but-
will be over soon. I mean, please call me if you're a college kid being bullied because I've just never heard of such a thing. There is a distinct end to this. It ends. The moment you walk out of that high school door with your diploma, it ends. I mean, not that there won't be people at work that will be, kind of like trying to take credit for your stuff. And bullying takes on different forms, but never again the form that it can take in high school and middle school. It seriously ends, especially at college where,
You're too busy.
You're there because you want to be there and everyone's there because they want to learn. And that's why any way that it takes you to get yourself to college, even if it's just to prove to you that people are nice, like don't go right into the workforce. Go to college, even if it's to your school, even if it's just taking classes that interest you, even if you have to hold down a job while you do it, go to college because as soon as you walk on any college campus, whether it's a city college or a four-year college, it's going to be like, wow. You're going to be waiting for someone to...
Just don't join
and
a
they
sorority.
don't. Don't join a sorority, yeah. Sio?
Yeah, just surround yourself with people who you have, like, a lot in common with, I feel like. Like, taking college classes, obviously, is in that. And I also think that going away to college is, like, even if someone tries to bully you after that, it's like you've grown already. So,
Yeah.
you're going to learn about yourself and you're going to feel more comfortable.
Anybody in college who's a bully will immediately feel like an idiot because
Yeah,
everyone else will be
exactly.
looking at them like, what are you
doing?
doing?
Sensitivity is cool in college.
It is. It really is. Ryan?
I would just say seize the opportunity if they give it to you. I don't, and what I mean by that is this is a really, really low scale, not even bullying, but just the best example I can give is there's some juniors and seniors at my school who are just jerks, and they just I know it's your fault, but no. And they won't let they won't let like any of the lower classmen play basketball with them. So I just go to the other end of the court and practice. And then next year when I start playing, not only is everyone else, I'm going to let lower classmen play, but I'm not going to be as bad. Like just seize the opportunity. If they want to kick you out, go and practice. And just get better.
Yeah, do your own thing, get better, get stronger. Well, anything else to add? Because we only have 1 minute left. We didn't get to Thread Theater. We'll have to save it for next week. Go ahead, Maddie.
I have one very quick piece of news that I didn't say.
Excellent.
So last Tuesday on Monday, I fell off the horse.
Fell off your horse, yes.
Ankle. Yeah. So on Wednesday, I fell off again, except this time I went into the jumping standard, which is the 2 poles on the side of the jump. And so a little bit more injured this time, but that was my news.
You keep falling off horses?
Well, it's the
but she keeps getting back up.
It's this one horse. The horse's name is Lollipop, and I mean, she not cute though.
This horse should not have such an innocent name.
Well, yeah. So yeah, there's Lollipop and Daisy, and they're the 2 like most mean ponies.
How about
ever.
Evil and Demon for these horse names? Okay,
I like that better.
We will see you next week. We're Our Place Out Loud. Bye bye.
World existence coming back.